Hi, you guys. Apparently my dogs are crashing my video tonight. They won't go away, so I want to go to sleep. So we're just going to go ahead and go with it. My ethical dilemma really isn't solved. The way I've been handling my ethical dilemma, though, is by just really being cognizant of the role I'm in when I'm dealing with the teacher that I've been talking about. For example, we had a reentry meeting because his daughter had gone to the hospital for suicidal ideations, and actually she had attempted suicide. So we had to have a reentry meeting when she returned from school, or returned to school from the hospitalization. And I mean, in that instance, it was very clear, that I was a counselor. We had the administrator there. We had he and his wife there, and they had all of the paperwork from the hospital. So that was way more clear cut as to our roles. An example of where it gets fuzzy, though, Itzel had mentioned that maybe just having his daughter Miranda removed from my caseload, which I guess we might be able to do, but it's not something that's really done in schools, changing kids off of caseloads, or at least in my experience from many of the schools that I've been in. So an example where it's gotten really fuzzy is right before Christmas vacation, he sent me a text telling me to come over to his classroom. I went over there. He handed me a blade that his daughter had taken away from one of her friends, all of which are in our GSA club. So I took the blade from him, all this as a counselor, and took it to the counselor who the little girl who had been cutting herself was on his caseload. So I let him deal with that. And then also knowing his daughter and knowing from our safety plan that this kind of behavior triggers her, I checked in with Miranda, thinking, as a counselor doing this, and then sent the teacher, my friend, a text checking in on him, just because I know, as a friend, I want to check on him and make sure he's doing okay, knowing what he knows is going on in the school. So in no ways, or by no means, is this clear cut or, solved. It's just something that we're working on. And actually, I told him that he was my ethical dilemma for my class, and he started laughing and asked me how he could be my ethical dilemma. And I was like, dude, my husband told me that the only way that this could be any more confusing is if I was married to him. So we just laughed about it, and we just try to keep our roles defined as much as possible. So thank you guys. Have a good night.